Hi everyone. Uh, I hope you can hear me now. Everybody can hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So where we ended in the last session here only, na, which was decay equation and the what say HVL and TVL and one more was there, na, attenuation, linear attenuation coefficient. Everything was having the same equation, right? Okay. So that was having the same equation for everything. Even the HVL was having the same. HVL is nothing but the observer thickness that is required to reduce just the all the intensity by half. That's it. The same way, if we are talking about TVL, then it is like observed thickness required to reduce the intensity by 1/10. That's it. So same equation we can apply in every this same equation to calculate the value of n, number of photons remaining, right? I don't think, till in this nothing is left. Now next is coming, that is mass attenuation coefficient. Can you define me what is mass attenuation coefficient? What is mass attenuation coefficient? Anyone please explain me.
Ma'am, the amount of X-ray absorbed per unit gram centimeter.
Gram centimeter means what?
You square centimeter, ma'am.
Square centimeter. Is it the area or you can say saying the volume? Anyone else want to
Ma'am,
add on
it's
something?
area.
Anyone wants to add more?
Mhm.
Anyone?
Thickness, the
Come
amount
again?
of is
Attenuation
the amount of radiation absorbed
per gram of the
per
absorber.
thickness of the
Per gram, that is weight or density. So basically this will talk about density, right? Mass attenuation coefficient, they are also writing it, no, used to quantitate the attenuation of material independent of their physical state. Maybe it is water, maybe it is ice, maybe it is water vapor, but it all will depend on their densities. So it is coming simply by dividing the linear attenuation. Whatever we have read, no? The same thing you just have to divide it by density. That is rho. Density is denoted by rho, na? So linear attenuation coefficient only just divided by density. Then you will get the mass attenuation coefficient. And symbol will be mu by rho. Please write it down, na? First the definition and then the symbol also. Now, if I am asking you to derive this formula, then how will you derive it? You just have to write down every units. First of all, you have to write down the linear attenuation coefficient unit and then divide it by mass per unit volume. Volume obviously it will be meter cube, no? And mass is kg. So now you derive this formula first. Then you can say that whatever what say Aryashvardhan said, no, this 1 gram per centimeter. How to derive it? That I want to ask you. Derive this formula in your notebook by writing every unit of every whatever we are discussing. Now, linear attenuation. First of all, you write down unit, and then you write down the unit of density. Both divide it, and then you will get this one. What is the unit of linear attenuation coefficient? Anybody, please tell me.
centimeter inverse.
Centimeter
Yes.
inverse.
So
Per
centimeter
centimeter.
inverse, and then it will be gram per centimeter cube. You can say. Then how will you get it? Calculate it now. Are you? It is get you are getting or not this one? Gram per centimeter square. Who is joining now? Derive it first. Once you are done with writing the definition and the unit and derivation, then you tell me. Just derive it. Once you're done, let me know. And always remember, what is mass attenuation? Linear attenuation divided by density. What is the symbol? Mu by rho. So these are the questions basically. If they are asking you that, is it true the mass attenuation coefficient is the division of linear attenuation divided by density? Is it true? Obviously it is true. First question. Second question, what is the unit? Mu by rho. What is the unit of mass attenuation coefficient? Gram per centimeter square. Can you please derive it? Yes, I can derive it. Just derive it in your notebook and then answer it. Right? And then again you just then again, next question will be like, yes, they'll give you different symbols in the four options. Then you have to categorize which symbol is for the mass attenuation coefficient. So these are the best questions that can be asked from mass attenuation coefficient. Are you done with writing all the whatever I have asked to write? Are you done with writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Today, so many students are there, no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now, as the Holi is coming nearby, everybody is getting serious. So, are you guys also celebrating Holi in south parts of India? Yes or no? Harsha? Are you guys celebrating Holi?
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
actually, no, but in college and all we celebrate.
Oh, you celebrate? No. So, happy Holi in advance. In North India, this is the, I would say, biggest festival actually. One of the biggest, apart from the Shara and Diwali. So the Shara, Diwali, and Holi will be the biggest festival in north parts of India. So suppose Harsha is getting job in North India, maybe in IGIMS, maybe somewhere like that. So make her celebrate well. Okay, Richa. So maybe she's not actually knowing that how we are celebrating Holi. Post pictures also, okay, of your holy celebration, of your colleges and everywhere, wherever you're going. Post pictures in the group.
Okay.
Okay, so density of water can be another question from CRE. 1 gram per centimeter. Richa and Abhishek and Yashwardhan, you guys are from North India, no? Sony, please post pictures, okay, in the group of your holy celebration. So tomorrow is Agja. That is a festival, Holika Dahan, you can say. So there is a very good story. Actually, you guys can read it about Holika Dahan. And then comes Matka is in the third day, no? I think second day is real Holi, and then the third last day will be like we make a earthen pot, you can say, and then we just tie it with the different houses of your what say society, and then people will gather and they'll you can see photo in the Google. I'll also post it, whatever is happening in my society. So I came home actually for Holi celebration. Aluminium density also they can ask, 2.7 gram per centimeter cube. Everyone went home, no, for Holi celebration.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So where is your home, Richa?
Ma'am, Nevada.
Oh, Nevada. This is nearby to my home. My home is in Gaya. You might be knowing Gaya actually.
Yes, ma'am.
It's actually just, I think, 80-90 kilometers away. And what about Yasvardhan? You went home?
Ma'am, I live in Lucknow only, and there
Oh,
college is about 11 kilometers.
oh my God! This is, you are very lucky actually. If, suppose if you are getting job also in SGPGI, then it will be the luckiest thing you are having. You will become a permanent faculty, no, in near future. Okay, and what about Sony? Where is your home?
Yes, ma'am. I live in district Eta.
What is that?
You know it.
Name I can't recognize actually. Anyone else? Abhishek, where
In
is your home?
UP.
Where is your home, Abhishek?
Vaishali district, ma'am.
Vaishali also name. It's very near to Patna. And
Yes,
Shweta,
ma'am.
what about you?
Ma'am, I'm also belong to Vaisali in Hajipur.
Oh, it is very near. Actually, very near to Ames also. I think 50-60 kilometers only. So you all went home. Please go home, okay, and celebrate it.
Yes, ma'am.
Celebrate well. Okay. Aluminium also we got it, and nothing else is important in this. We have covered everything. Unit, please remember the unit also. So they are giving you some examples that you can read on your own. Factors affecting attenuation is important. So there are basically four factors that will determine the degree of attenuation. What are these factors? Firstly, they are about if we are considering energy, then obviously energy, high energy, low energy. If we are considering matter, then density, atomic number, and electrons per gram. Please write it in your notebook. Once you're done, let me know. If I am considering water, ice, and vapor, will the density change? Yes or no? Will the density change?
Yes,
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 ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So, will the mass attenuation coefficient change?
No.
No,
Are you sure? If yes, why?
because the mass is the same
You just said that
in terms of
density
mass.
will be different for all the three states of matter. Then why will not this mass attenuation will change?
Because my mass is same for all the three. So
The
mass
mass will be
attenuation,
same, then volume will be same.
No, ma'am, it will
it will
change.
not depend on density, but
Linear
uh,
attenuation coefficient is changing. Okay. But mass attenuation is not changing. Why this is so? Even though the density is changing, you can see.
because water's density is 1 gram per centimeter cube. So
So,
mass will remain same all throughout the three states of matter.
okay, write this question, very important question actually. Why linear attenuation coefficient is changing for all the three states of matter of water, and why mass attenuation coefficient is not changing even though the density is different? Write it in your notebook. And one thing I haven't got from you guys, I told you that whatever notes till now I have prepared, you have prepared. Many of you have sent, but many of you have not sent till now. Anand, please mute yourself. Huh? So whatever notes till now you have prepared, you can just clip it into a PDF and you can send me. Actually, you can mail me, because if you are keeping that in your on your also mail, not to your mind, then it will be easy for you to recollect it. And every day please revise it. So every day change that PDF. Okay, every day change, update that PDF, because every day you are making notes, some or the other things you are adding. So every day just use that app of PDF maker, and then add those pictures also, whatever you are adding on, and keep it on your mail. If you want to send me, that is fine, I'll add my mail also. You can just send me also, so it will be in your sent mail. So every day you just open it and then read it every day. Everybody done with writing?
Yes, ma'am.
So basically they are saying increasing the radiation energy increases the number of transmitted photons. Can you please explain me why? Why this is so? Why we are increasing the energy and it transmitted increases? I told you now one statement that day, that if you are giving me extra energy, suppose Ananja is giving me 1 crore rupees, I am having extra energy, no? So obviously I will not go to interact with somebody. I will not go to do job or something. I will go and visit some places, maybe some countries, right? So because I am having extra energy, that's why I will not waste time interacting with other people. Rather, I will invest my time in moving abroad or some doing something fruitful for me, right? So apart from that, there is other factors also, like density, like atomic number, like electrons per gram. So these, how these are affecting, let us talk about one by one. They have written something that decreases the number of transmitted photons, that increasing the density. If you are increasing the density, then they are saying that transmitted photons will decrease. Why this is so? Increasing the density will decrease the number of transmitted photons. Why this is so?
As the density
Number of
increases,
interaction
radiation
increases.
increases.
Number of interaction increases. The same way, if I'm increasing the atomic number, then obviously again decreases the number of transmitted photons. Why? Again,
Atomizing
why?
increases. Electron per gram increases in
Write down
most
this
cases.
question wise in your notebook. Why, if I'm increasing density, then transmitted photon decreases. Again, why, when I'm increasing atomic number, then transmitted photon decreases. Again, why, when I'm increasing electrons per gram, then also transmitted photon decreases. Why this is so? Write it in 3 questions format. Actually, these are very good question for assertion reason kind of questions. That long questions, na, because these kind of questions will obviously take more time of you. So if you are reading it, just focus on reading. Don't re-repeat it, because once you start re-repeating, you will have less time for other questions. So just increase your concentration for those kind of questions which is having long paragraphs. Only one time if you are reading, that's it. So these kind of questions will come in paragraph format. Write this in three format questions. Once you are done, let me know. Amal, you guys also celebrate Holi?
And I'm only in colleges, I think, college and school.
Because college maybe like many people are from North India, no? That's why maybe, right? Because I think South Indians don't play Holi, no?
And most of them
Ma'am, in
celebrate
college
for
we
just taking
have to
photos and all.
celebrate something soon.
Yeah, because I was in Chennai during Holi time in I think 2022, right? 2022, yeah. So in Chennai, nothing was there. Only we have played Holi in my company where I was working. But college people are celebrating it. So you guys are working in not in an institution, na? It's a private hospital, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So now there will not be any Holi. But still, if you are getting somehow,
But it's
go and play it.
teaching
And
hospital, ma'am.
come again.
It's teaching hospital, medical college.
A
So
medical college, then it will be there.
yes.
Then celebrate it well, enjoy it. These festivals actually are for happiness. One should always celebrate these things. Actually, people think na that if I skip this festival, if I skip this his marriage, her marriage, then I'll be in a better position. I'll be doing better. Actually, in a long run, if you see na, nothing like this matters. Yeah, you study well. When you're studying, you should study well. But one should never skip entertainment of life, because this is what makes you na. I think 1 week, 3 4 days back only, my junior was there. Super junior means 21 batch. I'm in 20. I was 18 batch, and he was 21 batch. He was my junior, and I used to teach him also. I think in last year only, 2025, in the starting. I was teaching also to him and 3 4 more students of his batchmates. So he died, he was from Rajasthan actually. So he just went home, and he was just going home. On the way, one truck came and hit him, and he died on the spot. So what is life? Life is unpredictable actually. So one should always, celebrate everything. Don't skip it. Yeah, when you're studying, you should study well. Do not waste more time, but one should never skip most important things of life just because of some exam. Because whatever is going to happen in your future na is already written. I believe that. I don't know, like, you guys believe or not. I should not also enforce on you, but yeah, I believe that whatever is written in your destiny, in your what say destination, so it will happen. Obviously you are doing good, then good will happen. If you're not doing good, then obviously something. But yeah, whatever is written, it will happen. You should work hard, obviously. You should never lie back. That you should not never feel like, okay, whatever is written, it will happen, then why should I study? You should not think like that. You should do your work, but rest everything you should put on God. And do not skip most important things of life. It's not good actually in a long run, because life is very unpredictable these days, actually more unpredictable. He was just, I think, 23 or 24 years of age, and he died. So just think about his parents, how his parents will be feeling, no? So never skip most important things. Okay, everybody written na questions?
Yes, ma'am.
So now we will talk about the relationship between density, atomic number, and electrons per gram. So if we talk about, first of all, density and atomic number, how they are connected. Before reading that, just you explain me. Think about it, apply your IQ, and then tell me. No need to read it. Just think about it and tell me. If suppose there is a person who is very, what's say, fatty, obese patient, and there is a patient who is, I think, 40 kgs, then who will be more dense? You tell me.
Ma'am,
Who will?
higher the atomic number, higher will be the electrons in the shells, and higher will be the density.
Yes, understood na? So this is a ghanatva in Hindi word, you can say. Ghanatva, very dense forest, very high dense fatty layers over the patient, make him obese. Then obviously attenuation will be more. That is why you have to increase the KBP and MAs also for those patients. So like that you can say that in general elements with higher atomic number are denser than elements with low atomic number. But obviously there are exceptions. For example, they are giving you some exceptions that you should write in your notebook. Please write it down, because what they will do now, they'll give you these questions, exceptions questions they'll give you, and then they'll ask you that, generally atomic number is proportional to the density, then why this is so in gold and lead. Then you will be confused that, oh, yeah, I have studied that higher atomic number, then higher density, then why this is so? Obviously, because these are exceptions. That's it. So just write down two lines, that higher atomic number directly proportional to the higher density, and then write exceptions also. Once you're done, let me know.
Yes, ma'am.
Done, no? There is no relationship between atomic number and density when different physical states of matter are considered. What does it mean? Anyone please explain me? You can use this formula also, water. Sorry, reference also. Anyone please explain me?
What have the same effective atomic number as 7.4, but in not in the electrons arrangement, that is density of a solid, liquid, and gaseous state of water is different. Electronic arrangement is based
So
upon
Ma'am,
yes.
ma'am, in different states, the intermolecular space is different for every element, so the density will be different because there is space in between.
Yeah, can be a good explanation. So write this question also. Why there is no relationship between atomic number and density when different physical states of matter are considered? And today I am giving Richa as a homework that whatever questions I am asking you to write, you have to write these questions in the group today itself. Because every day I am giving questions and I'm not getting the answers. So today I have to have the questions first, then explanation from everyone. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. It's your wish, but you have to do by tomorrow. Done with writing? Shall I move? Take your time. Let me know once you're done. Done? Shall I move? Yes or no? Tell me fast.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, we can move forward now. So next is density and electrons per gram. Again, very easy. Explain me, please. Anyone? Anyone, please explain me. Explain it, please. Anyone? Amal, please explain. Where is Amal today? Ekdam silent. What happened
No.
here? You are very, what say, becoming a baba like these days. Not answering, like very away from studies. Everything is fine with you?
Yes, ma'am. Fine. Fine.
Everything okay?
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, then please answer this.
Ma'am, the density and electron per gram or
What is the relationship between them?
as density increases, electron per gram also increases. Related.
Anyone else? Harsha?
No relationship between density and electron per current.
Why?
Electrons
Because
were
density
from
volume.
different physical state.
Your voice was blurred actually in between. Please, can you please explain?
Ma'am,
And density
Yashwardhan, yes.
determines
Ananjay, okay, Ananjay, tell me.
density determines number of electrons that is present in a thickness.
Electrons per gram means what? Is it
Like
Avogadro
ma'am,
number?
ma'am, the number of electrons in an atom is fixed. So if we increase the area or the volume, the amount will be the same.
Hmm.
So the number of electron will not depend on the density.
Yes. So is it the Avogadro number same electrons per gram? You remember mole concept?
Yes, ma'am, it's the same.
Yeah. Is it the same? So that is the same thing. Na? Electrons per gram. That is the Avogadro number will be same for anything. So the same thing. So there will be no relationship between them because Avogadro number is constant, na? So write down this question also. Why there is no relationship between density and electron per gram? After the class, everybody is answering all these questions now. Whatever we are writing in the class, please tell me yes or no. See, please don't lag behind because uh, mostly my old students, I'm saying, you guys have at least, I would say, 60 to 65% syllabus you have covered. To the old students, I'm saying. Uh, and the new students also have started very well, and till now, I think at least 30% syllabus you have covered till now. So do not lag behind now, because now if you are lagging behind, especially the old students, it will be very problematic for you because you remain consistent since the starts. I think that crash course also you were so consistent, and now also you are consistent. So in a long run, when you the exam will come, when you will go for writing the exam, it will be most beneficial if you are remaining consistent every day. Even if I am not taking the class that day, you have to revise. You have to make revise the questions, or maybe you can start a new chapter also, but only after revision. Because whenever you are thinking about starting a new chapter, at that time only, first of all, you should revise whatever till now you have read. Then only go for the new chapter. So this way you should. I can suggest one thing. Suppose someday I'm not taking the class, you should start CT and then ask me questions also. Okay, that you can do. Or no. One more thing you can do actually. Not CT. CT the physics is there. I will teach you. You can start Bhushan and Lakhar. You know that Chapman book or maybe Lakhar book is there, na? Radiological procedures book. That you should start
Yes, ma'am.
because some of the questions will be there, at least 3 4 questions will be there from radiological procedures, and I don't know if I we will be getting time to cover that. And that those chapters, no, whole of the chapter is about ratification, means you have to memorize things more rather than understanding the concepts. So you should learn radiological procedures whenever I'm not taking the class. You should do that actually. That will be best for you guys, because what will happen in a long run, and if you are getting White House book from somewhere, White House book, have you heard about? There is a book called White House. You
yes, ma'am,
don't.
but it is not available online
Yeah, it is
to
not
download.
available online actually. You maybe you can search in some libraries or somewhere if somebody is getting, and they you can guys can go for the photocopy of that book. That book is best for darkroom, and darkroom is the at least 6 7 questions every time they ask from darkroom. So that book is very easy to understand actually, very easy, most easy. I have read from that book, but that book was with him, a permanent staff in AIMS Bhubaneswar. So I left there and that book is with him only. So I do not have anything of that so that I can send you. But if you are getting from somewhere now, get a photocopy of that book. That book is best for darkroom. Every chapter, film emulsion, film layer, everything is simplified, very easy simplified, and diagrammatic representation is there. For everything, you can visualize it very easily in that book. So that book is best for that. Okay, so this question also you have written, no? Next is atomic number and electrons per gram. What about this? So the number of electrons per gram is really a function of number of neutrons in the atom. Neutrons means what? One is proton, another is neutron. Number of neutrons and number of electrons, they are saying that number of electrons per gram will be a function of number of neutrons in the atom. So suppose there is an element which is not having any neutrons. So all the material will be this. Not important, not important. Leave it, leave it. So table 5.1 shows the relationship between atomic number and electrons per gram. This is also not important. You can just leave it. So one question again you can write down. What is the relationship between atomic number and electrons per gram? What is the relationship between atomic number and electrons per gram? And one more question you write down. Why elements with low atomic number have more electrons per gram than those with high atomic numbers?
Ma'am, it could be because of inter-electronic repulsion. Electrons repel each other, so the orbits spread out in more.
Yes, can be a good explanation. Write down these both the question. What is the relationship between atomic number and electrons per gram? And next question, why elements with low atomic number have more electrons per gram than those with high atomic numbers? All these questions are very conceptual and you have to do it just after the class and post it in the group also. If you are posting it in the group, then it will be with you in the memory. Done. Anything more? Now everything is very easy to understand on your own. Now you can just read it. I'll post some questions also from this chapter. I'm just skipping this chapter and I'm coming to, because major parts I have finished. Now whatever is left apart from this is not that important, but you have to read at least one time. I think it's important. No? Yes. Everything is easy to understand, so you can just read it. So I'm skipping it just for you to read it today itself and ask me questions regarding everything. And I'm going to start filters, which is a very important and dominant part in making questions. Okay, so will you be able to do it today? Just after the class, read it completely, because everything will be very easy to understand. Nothing is very highly conceptual apart from the questions what I gave you. So will you be able to do it, that chapter? Because everything is theory. Yes or no? If you are saying no, then I have to complete it today itself. Shall I move to the next chapter? Today is everybody at home, no? Everyone is at home. I think everybody is sleeping. Sleeping and attending the class. Tell me fast. Shall I leave it for you? Will you be able to complete it? Yes, no, no, yes.
And this chapter, some portions some difficult to understand.
From that chapter, whatever I'm leaving will be very easy. Theory, just theory. You have to read it. Harsha, what about you? Shall I complete it or shall I leave it? It's only theoretical, I guess.
I might try to read, and if anything, any doubt come, I will ask.
Yeah, like if something is like a story, na theory, then if I start teaching like this, everybody will be sleeping in the class itself. Shall I complete it, Yeshwardhan, or shall I leave it for you?
Ma'am, we will read, and if doubt will come, then
Uh,
we will ask.
because that chapter is that kind only. What about Abhishek, Richa, and Maria? Tell me, please.
Ma'am, read then. Doubt I will ask you.
That is kind of a reading chapter. Okay. So we can just skip it, and not skipping actually, because still 11 to 12 we have 1 hour. So in that 1 hour, we can just you can just study, read it, and just post all the questions, whatever you are having doubt or something. Okay. Next chapter is filters. So filters, what do you know? What is filter? Even most of the what's say TikTokers and short makers use filters in the camera, no? So what exactly they are doing? They're adding on something, or maybe they are removing something which is not so much required. Suppose some people are feeling that I'm not very white kind of, so they will add some filters and they will make them white. So the same way they are also doing, these filters in radiology are doing also. Low energy radiations, obviously they'll just absorb it, and rest of the radiation which is useful for the radiographic image, they'll just let it go and make the radiographic film. So filtration, what is filtration? Filtration is just a process of shaping the X-ray beam. Shaping means what? Just removing the low energy rays to increase the ratio of photons which is useful for imaging to those photons that are just increasing the radiation dose. Obviously, if something is having less energy, obviously they will get absorbed in the skin. So automatically the patient dose will increase, and that is not very much useful for the patient. So why to leave it? Just remove it and decrease the patient radiation dose. So that is the use of filtration. So diagnostic X-ray beams, obviously they are composed of what? A whole spectrum of energy, which is having some energy is low, some energy is high. Basically what we get is the mean energy. So one question they will ask you, what is mean energy? It is from the 1/3 to 1/2 of their peak energy. You can write it as definition in the notebook. What is mean energy? Basically the range of 1/3 to 1/2 of their peak energy. So obviously many photons fall in the lower range, and what do we have? We have polychromatic radiation, right? That passes the patient. So in that polychromatic radiation, many will be lower energy that will be observed in the filtration itself if we are using the filtration. If we are not using, obviously they are getting absorbed in the patient's skin and increasing the patient radiation dose. So only the higher energy photons penetrate through the patient, that we already know. Oh, nothing is important now. So basically, in radiological examination, what is happening? X-ray beam is filtered with the help of absorbers at three different levels. First is inherent filtration. What is included in inherent filtration, Harsha?
Aluminum.
Aluminium?
Sorry, inherent filtration, right? It's a glass tube housing
Glass
and
tube.
room.
Yes, maybe metal ceramic tube also. So tube housing will composed of this one. Next is sheets of metal placed in the path of the beam. That is added filtration. That just now, what's say, mistakenly she said, na? Added filtration. That we will talk about what kind of material we are using. And third is the patient, obviously. Patient is also a filter, no? How? Anyone please tell me?
Patient patient tissue absorb low energy radiation
Yes.
and
So they
transmitted
will
high
also,
radiation.
yes, very good. So they will also act as a added filtration also. Okay. Extra filtration, I would say. Inherent filtration is nothing but just the housing of the body will be composed of inherent filtration. So it will be responsible for what? For removing the low energy radiation. They will also remove, obviously. uh, Inherent filtration is measured in what? Again, a very good question. You can write it in your notebook, please. Aluminium, they are measured in aluminium equivalent, which represents the thickness that would produce the same degree of attenuation as the thickness of the material in question. What is the material in question? The tube housing. So we are basically measuring the level of filtration that we are getting from the tube housing with the thickness of the aluminium. If we use that thickness of aluminium to remove the same amount of radiation that we are removing with the housing, housing, right? So inherent filtration values are ranging from 0.5 to 1 mm. That also you write down please in your notebook.
Ma'am,
Yes,
can I ask a question from X-ray tube?
yes.
Ma'am, the metal ceramic X-ray tube, what is the metal used to?
Metal ceramic, that is alloy. Alloy, no.
Sorry?
Ceramic is a alloy. Made up of,
Ceramic is
I don't know.
insulator, right?
Yes.
Ceramic insulators and the tube housing is made of metal.
Hmm.
What is the material used?
I have heard this metal ceramic only. But yeah, I will tell you. I'll have to search for that.
Ma'am, the ceramic material used is aluminum oxide, I think.
I'll have to check basically. Give me some time. Mostly wherever you are going to write questions na, and just what say apply what say solve MCQs, everywhere it is written metal ceramic, so I also know metal ceramic only, and nowhere they have told the composition of X-ray tube. I'll check it. One question Amal has sent me, that glass envelope or metal ceramic. So that I searched and then I got to know that both can be the correct answer. Glass envelope also and metal ceramic also.
Ma'am, actually, there is some error in that MCQ book also.
No. Both options are right only.
It's borosilicate plus.
So what was the error that you told me? What was the error? What was
The
the correct
answer key
answer?
was wrong, ma'am.
When I have searched, both was the correct answer, because anywhere if you see, even in the Bouchon book or in the Christensen book, everywhere they are saying, yeah, to they are using glass envelope, otherwise they are using metal ceramic. So both obviously the correct answer.
The question was, what is a modern tube use which type of enclosing? I think that was the question.
Then what was the answer I gave?
Pyrex is Pyrex plus
Can you
is
please
steel.
send me the question again, please? Now only.
Borosilicate window is only used in mammography, right, ma'am?
Hmm. They are saying this is a composite metal, ceramics, ceramic metal. Common types include carbide based. Actually, this is not important for your examination. They'll not ask you, but still, Al2O3Cr. This is the material of that ceramic. Also, WCCO or TiCni nickel. These are the compositions.
Ma'am, I posted the question in the group.
Okay. And these basically are called as cermets, which is the composition of your metal ceramic tube. You can write it in your notebook. Yes, this was the question, huh? This was, so we have came to the conclusion that this question is wrong. What was the conclusion? What we discussed? Borosilicate glass envelope. Pyrex glass और borosilicate.
So now it is a special alloy material.
Your voice is very dizzy. Can you please write in the group or maybe personal message? Ananya, you are using that laptop now. That's why these kind of voices are coming. Borosilicate glass is utilized in specialized X-ray tubes. But not in every X-ray tube. Modern X-ray vacuum tube is made of a borosilicate glass. No, this question is wrong. That is right what you are saying. Metal envelope, if they are saying metal envelope, then they should mention that ceramic metal, na? Not only metal envelope. I think that was the conclusion we came to, no? Amal?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. I forgot this question actually. And lead envelope, obviously not. None is not. Borosilicate glass envelope is used in specialized X-ray tubes. But they are also mentioning no X-ray vacuumatic tube.
Ma'am, ma'am,
Yes.
someone says that Pyrex glass is same as the borosilicate.
No.
They are same composition. I have a physicist in my department. She said that Pyrex glass and borosilicate are the same thing.
Okay. No. That is wrong. That is
Okay.
wrong actually. Vacuum motive tube that they are saying. What is that? Vacuumatic. Vacuumatic means vacuum, na? So every tube will be vacuum only. Modern they are saying. So modern borosilicate. This is not actually a wrong question. But exception to that, one thing also they should add that modern X-ray vacuumatic tube, when they are saying, they should have added one more thing, that which kind of X-ray tube. Because borosilicate we do use that, but not in every X-ray tube. What is the character of this borosilicate? These are heat resistant actually.
And also not resistant to low energy radiation. They transmitted it.
Yes. So obviously not everything they will use. And Pyrex glass, basically see there are different companies. The same way that we are using in MRI, na, there are different companies. Same way they are using different companies in X-ray tubes also. So some company will use for this kind of tube borosilicate, and some company will use Pyrex, maybe metal ceramic, maybe like that. There are different variety of Pyrex glass also. So obviously what we are discussing right now is not in our syllabus, but yeah, obviously these kind of questions will be IQ based. Rest of the questions will be syllabus based, and one or two questions will be IQ based. So among these kind of questions obviously can come. Basically, if they are utilizing borosilicate glass tube, they should have added one more point in the question, that for heat resistant vacuumatic tube, what kind of envelope we should use. This is how the question should be framed. But instead of that, they have not added heat resistant. So then this question is having an error. Otherwise, this question is okay. Got it, Amal? If they have
Yes,
added
ma'am.
this heat resistant thing, na, then this question is 100% good, right question, you can say. But right now, if they are not adding any, they are just generalizing it, then obviously we cannot generalize it, because somewhere we are using ceramic tube, somewhere we are using Pyrex glass tube, somewhere we are using borosilicate glass tube. So obviously they have to categorize that what kind of tube you are using and for what reason you are using. They should have added that superior resistant to thermal shock. If we want that kind of X-ray tube, then which kind of we can utilize? Either modern Pyrex glass, either new Pyrex glass, or else old Pyrex glass, or else metal ceramic. But they have not mentioned it. Then this question is having an error. Understood, na, Amal? They should have
Yes,
added
ma'am.
heat resistant. So they are not adding. So this question is wrong. Then only. Otherwise, it is okay. So I hope that today's session was okay for you, and I'm expecting that whatever questions we discussed in the class, you will be able to frame it. Apart from that, I think 30% of the chapter we have not read in the class, and I'm expecting that today itself you will be able to complete it. Also, make questions out of it. Apart from that, do ask me question then and there when you are not understanding any point in this chapter. Will you be able to do it today? Maybe it will take 1 hour or maybe 1.5 hour. Are you guys having duty tomorrow?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so by 12 till 12 whatever is completing, it's okay. Else you leave it and then you again complete it tomorrow. Okay?
Okay.
But please do complete it. Don't leave it, okay? Okay, then everyone happy Holi, and please post your pictures also. I will be very happy to see that. And please read it for another 1 hour, okay? Okay, good night.